eventually pleaded guilty to the murder of Marshall University student Samantha Burns, who was 19 when she was kidnapped and killed.
2 weeks ago, the Q Center received another map from folks of the area. The convicted killer says that he and Brandon Basham buried their first victim, West Virginia College student Samantha Burns.
When Chad's third letter came in, I was very excited to read it, because this is when he tells me the spot of where Samantha is located at.
Samantha, yes, they found one of her Marshall University shirts on Buffalo Creek, not far from where I have told them. I do get pictures from people of the places they search, but the trouble is that they send them of the trees and it should be of the surroundings. The location is up behind the hardware store. It's now closed, just past Rocky Top Pizza. There is a small country railroad crossing that no one uses anymore on the right side of the hardware store. If you're standing on the railroad train tracks, you'll see the foundation where an old building used to be, and to the left a ravine, and you walk down into the ravine, and this is the ravine that Samantha is buried in. There is a tree that's shaped like a V, and at its base you'll see a chunk missing where Brandon marked it with a shovel, and the ravine drops down a little and there will be a pile of railroad rocks. This is the spot. I just don't get how she hasn't been found by now. It truly does hurt me, and I know people don't get that, but I feel for the Burns family and I want to do all I can to make sure Samantha is found before my journey ends.
I remember reading this letter and thinking, wow, like he literally just gave me the location of where they put her at, which this is the spot he has always said that she's at, whether you believe him or not. But when he sent this letter, it was still winter time, so I had to wait till spring to get out there. And I, was really, interested in going out there and checking out the location, because it's very detailed, and he pretty much hits everything right on the head with where everything's located at when you go out there. But like I said, don't go out there and trespass and all that. It's not a hardware shop anymore. The building was a pet place. I don't know if it still is. But like I said, it's all very detailed on what's there. And I had asked him some more questions, and I waited, for him to write back, and I didn't hear from him for almost a month. I ended up hearing from him in early March, right before we had went out, because I had wanted some more detail on a couple little things, and he was able to share that with me.
I received an email from Samantha's family saying they believe she was moved after my arrest. This is the last thing I wanted to hear, as I don't believe that. Beth would be the only one who could have done it, because Basham was already caught and I was in Indiana. What bothers me about this is that they will give up on Buffalo Creek, and that's not good, because I feel it in my gut that she is still out there, and call me crazy, but I felt her presence when the FBI took me out there. I'm not sure what was done out there besides them clearing the weeds and brush out. I'm going to answer your questions in order. How deep is she buried? It's in a ravine, so it was already knee deep, then we dug about another knee deep or so. Was the ground froze? Yep, it was really hard, maybe not 100% froze, but it was hard, and there were a lot of tree roots. What was she buried with? A brown tarp. Is she right behind the hardware store? Yep, on the other side of the train tracks. There is a ravine that goes down into the woods. You'll see the foundation where the old building used to be, and you'll see a ravine in the middle, and she is down in that ravine near a tree that's marked. Brandon took a chunk out of the tree with the shovel, and you'll see the railroad rocks nearby that was piled on top of her. This is what eats me up, is that no one has dug up this area. Did the location have meaning to you? Nope, it was a place Beth knew. She turned tricks there. Her cousin lived on RT.75 in a trailer park, so when she prostituted out there she went to this place, so this is how we ended up there. Do you think she has already been dug up, but overlooked? No. There hasn't been any digging there by any police or family. They dug further down in the track, but not there, that I know of. Listen, I felt her presence when I was there, and it's no coincidence that you wrote me, "This is Samantha working through you," don't you feel that? I do, and it's why I wrote back and why I am so comfortable with you. Do you believe nature, food, animals, or anything else affected the spot? No, as there were a couple hundred railroad rocks and tree branches on top of the grave. Do you remember anything about her that stuck out about her? I'm already in tears with this one, but yet, she was so calm. I can't help but to think about that. I tried to keep my face hid from her so I would look in the mirror and she was just calm. She even offered some weed to Brandon. I do believe she, Samantha, has made a connection with you, Bruce, so please follow what you feel. I believe with all my heart that we can find her and show everyone they just overlooked the grave.
I do want to go back to where I had asked, is she right behind the hardware store? And he goes back into detail of the tracks, the building and all that, and like to see where she's at in the ravine. So I remember talking to some people that had worked on the search out there at the time. I'm pretty sure this was a search after, they had brought him back here in 2013. And they had mentioned that they dug around a tree and got hits on the roots of that tree, but not the dirt. And like I said, I'm assuming this would be the spot that he had pointed out to them, the FBI. So if they got hits on roots of a tree, is that the location? Now, I know up to this point, a lot of people has probably formed some type of opinion on Chad, whether you believe him or not. That's up to you. Like I said, I'm just kind of keeping the door open on all of it. I would love if Brandon would share his side of the story. I know, like in some documents, it's there, but I would love to hear from his own words. But I have yet to really get him to talk. I will go in later on of how I did get him to write a letter back, but he didn't go into detail into anything. But we're going to continue on to the story with what I'm going with now.
I also got the 2 maps and you're right on target. I need you to blow these up the size of a map and zoom in. I need to see further down the track. Make sure the hardware store is all the way visible, okay? I still get chill bumps looking at this place. You'll never know how much I appreciate your help, Bruce. You're a good guy and I'm glad our paths have crossed. The weather is warming up so it will be a lot easier to access that area. Just be careful, as one of the excuses for no searches being done in that area was due to snakes. I'm sure that Samantha's family isn't telling me everything, so I'm not sure if they dug that area up or not. They did say they brought the best cadaver dogs in the country out there and no hits. But they also used the best cadaver dogs when they searched for Alice, and they walked right over her, so I don't put my trust in those dogs. Listen, Bruce, I know we can do this. It's the small things that open big doors, so let's really focus and see what we can make happen. You'll never know how much this means to me. I don't hear from Monica anymore, as I quit responding to her letters because she couldn't be honest with me. She would tell me one thing and then get on the news and say something else. I don't have time to waste on anyone who can't be honest and upfront with me. She doesn't get how personal this is for me. I know that sounds crazy due to all that I was accused of doing, but I'm not the beast the government made me out to be. I know that I'll have an execution date set this year, so I want to do all I can to bring Samantha home.